Hello everyone. Today we're going to explore a very common problem that many of us face in our lives: impatience. We live in a world that promises instant results. We want success, and we want it now. When we put in the hard work, we expect to see the rewards immediately. But when those rewards don't appear right away, we often feel discouraged, frustrated, and ready to give up. We start to believe that our efforts are worthless. This story will teach us a powerful lesson about the true nature of growth and the importance of patience. It will show us why the most important progress is often the progress we cannot see. So please, stay with us until the very end, because this lesson could change the way you look at your own journey and your own potential. Once, in a quiet village known for its beautiful pottery, there lived a talented but incredibly impatient young man named Leo. He was an apprentice to a legendary master potter, a wise old man who could shape clay into breathtaking works of art. Leo's dream was not just to be a potter. He wanted to be the greatest potter the world had ever seen. He had a natural talent, and his hands seemed to understand the clay, but his mind lacked the one thing that was most essential: patience. Every morning, Leo would sit at the potter's wheel, full of energy and ambition. He would take a fresh piece of clay and begin to work. In his mind, he could see the perfect vase he wanted to create, elegant and flawless. But the reality was always different. He would try to shape the walls of the pot, but his impatient hands would push too hard, and the clay would collapse. He would try to form a delicate handle, but his frustration would make his movements clumsy, and it would break. His workshop corner was filled with his failures: crooked cups, lopsided bowls, and shattered pieces of what were meant to be beautiful vases. He would often look across the workshop at his master. The old man worked in a state of calm focus. His movements were slow, deliberate, and full of grace. Every piece he created seemed perfect. Leo would look at his master's work and then back at his own pile of failures, and a wave of despair would wash over him. He is a genius and I am not, Leo would think. I have the talent, but I am missing the magic. Why can't I do it? I practice for hours every single day, but I feel like I am not moving forward at all. One afternoon, after a particularly difficult day, Leo's frustration reached its breaking point. He had been trying to create a simple, elegant teapot all day, and for the fifth time, the spout collapsed just as he was about to finish it. In a fit of rage, he smashed the teapot on the floor. The loud crash echoed through the quiet workshop. His master, who was working nearby, slowly turned his head. He did not look angry, only sad. Leo stood up, his face red with frustration and shame. "I can't do this anymore, master," he said, his voice trembling. "I am quitting. I practice every day from sunrise to sunset. I do everything you tell me to do, but it's useless. I am not getting any better. My work today is just as bad as it was a year ago. I am wasting my time, and I am wasting your clay. I will never be like you." The master listened to every word without interrupting. When Leo was finished, the old man slowly wiped his hands and stood up. He did not say anything about pottery. He did not tell Leo to be patient. Instead, he simply said, "Come with me, my boy. There is something I need to show you." Confused and still angry, Leo followed his master out of the workshop and into a small, private garden that he had never seen before. The master's garden was a place of serene beauty and calm. There were carefully tended plants and smooth gray stones. The old man led Leo to a small, empty patch of dirt in the corner of the garden. There was nothing there except for a tiny, almost invisible green sprout pushing its way out of the earth. The master pointed to it and said, "I planted a very special seed in this exact spot 5 years ago. It is the seed of a Chinese bamboo tree." He looked at Leo and continued, "Every single day for 5 long years, I have come to this spot. I have watered it. I have made sure the soil was right, and I have protected it. For 5 years, anyone looking at this patch of dirt would have seen nothing. They would have said I was a foolish old man watering empty ground. They would have said I was wasting my time and that nothing would ever grow here. For 5 years, it seemed like my efforts were completely useless." The master then knelt down and gently touched the tiny sprout, but I knew that something incredible was happening underground, where no one could see it. For all those years, the bamboo was not growing up, it was growing down. It was building a deep, complex, and powerful system of roots, spreading far and wide through the earth. It was creating its foundation. It knew that it could not grow tall without first growing strong. He looked up at Leo, his eyes full of wisdom. And now, look, after 5 years of silent work, the roots were finally finally ready. The bamboo has broken through the ground, and in just the next 6 weeks, this tiny sprout will grow 30 meters into the sky. Its growth will be so fast that you can almost see it happening. But that incredible growth is only possible because of the 5 years of work that nobody could see. Leo stood there, speechless. The story of the bamboo felt like a story about his own life. The master put a gentle hand on his shoulder. Your daily frustrations, your crooked pots, your broken handles, they are not failures, Leo. They are not a waste of time. You are building your roots. With every mistake, you are training your hands to be steady. With every collapse, you are learning the limits of the clay. With every imperfect piece, you are building your foundation of skill and knowledge. Without these years of unseen work, without building your own strong roots, there can be no masterpiece. Greatness is not a single act of genius, my boy. Greatness is the result of years of patient, unseen growth. Tears filled Leo's eyes as he finally understood. He returned to the workshop with a completely new perspective. He realized his journey was not a race to create a perfect pot in a day. It was a slow, patient process of building a strong foundation. We then see a montage of Leo at his wheel. The seasons change outside the window. We see him fail, but now, instead of anger, he simply sighs, takes a deep breath, and starts again. We see him carefully studying his master's hands. We see his own pot slowly, almost imperceptibly, becoming better, straighter, and more beautiful. In the final scene, many years later, a much older and calmer Leo stands in his own workshop, which is now filled with his own stunning masterpieces. A young, talented, but very impatient apprentice comes to him, holding a crooked pot, his face full of frustration. "Master," the apprentice says, "I am quitting. My work is useless." Leo smiles a knowing, gentle smile. He wipes his hands, stands up, and says, "Come with me, my boy. There is something I need to show you in the garden." This story teaches us a profound lesson. We must not be discouraged when we don't see immediate results from our hard work. The most important growth is often the growth that happens in silence, deep within us, building the foundation for the success that is yet to come. So trust the process, be patient, and keep watering your dreams, even when you see nothing but empty ground. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next story.